So it is March 28th, 2022, and I'm making my usual Mongolian style beefless broth. Seitan. And I add in a packet of lightly seasoned jackfruit that I've had in here for quite some time. There's some shallots, spinach. I'm not going to include, but let's see. Is this the lightly? No, this is the one that's. Here's the one. It's still good. I don't know. I have to look at the date on these. My sister had picked up 2 packages that were already marinated in a sauce, but I like the ones that come lightly seasoned, so I can add it to my, to bulk up my recipe a bit. Even though the ones that come with that type of sauce may mix well with that, I just didn't want to take that chance today. So, let's see what's the date on this. March 25th, 2022. See that at the bottom? So a few days, Best Buy. So it's still good. It's good. By the way, this baby leaf organic spinach that's already rinsed, comes in one of those plastic containers, boxed variety. I'm in trouble today. Okay. That's good. I dropped 1 piece there and 2 pieces earlier before I added the sauce. It sucks. So that's why I wanted to. Anyway, I like the nutritional value that I receive. I notice after eating this, I feel better sometimes when I eat it, when I eat jackfruit. For some reason, it must have something in there that makes it a little bit better. I haven't looked at the nutritional value of what's found in jackfruit. There's something in there. Probably a macronutrient of sort that helps. Let's see. So let me mix this through. Kind of looks disgusting, but when you know what it is, where that comes from, it's okay. Okay. A little messy. Stir this around a bit. It smells really good actually already. It smells like a barbecue sauce. Good. Okay. I got these the same brands that makes the English muffins that I've been eating that are vegan. I got like hoagie style sub rolls and they're ciabatta rolls. They're ciabatta. I had requested my sister to get I think they make a gluten-free variety hoagie roll, but she ended up picking up the ciabatta ones instead. The way one would phonetically perceive that the way it's written, the name ciabatta, it's an Italian it's an Italian style bread or roll, but it looks like it would be pronounced as ciabatta in English, but it's actually cha, because it's Italian. Okay, so. And my father, who was, his father was 100% Sicilian, but his mother was pretty much 100% French. And she was born in Switzerland, but she grew up and was raised in Paris, France, most of her life. She lived a little bit in New York City when my father was younger, I believe. But when he used to buy bread, he used to always like to purchase the long, thin French bread, and it's called a baguette. So I used to even call it that. I should have actually included the jackfruit a little bit into the time of cooking the seitan. That's okay. It's not going to make too much of a difference. So I pause this video in a minute. Actually, you know what? It'll be fine. Just make sure it doesn't get stuck to the bottom. It's okay, let's go. So I'm making like the sandwiches I made with the other vegan style bread that I purchased. That was the rectangular sliced loaf bread that was being sold and advertised as, well, not really actually. It's not sold and advertised as vegan, but on their FAQs they say that someone says that most of their breads may be vegan or something like that. It just happens that I was able to eat it, and I can say, yeah, chances are, based on the ingredient list and how they make it, and them putting that down their FAQs of their website, that's probably vegan. I can pretty much determine that too. So with the other, I'm making the same type of sandwich, but with the jackfruit and non-dairy mozzarella shreds. I don't have any tapioca flour in, where if I did, I'd be making it homemade, probably the vegan mozzarella, but my sister wasn't able to pick up the tapioca flour at the store recently, so. Oops. So I'm trying to make a vegan Philly cheesesteak style sandwich with the jackfruit and seitan together. And, well, Mongolian beefless broth that happens to make it taste kind of like a roast beef from what I can remember while growing up. I used to eat that stuff. And when, before I was a vegan, it used to be hard for me to imagine how good it actually turned out to be. Yeah. There. my sister was, not this one, not the one I live with, but my other sister who's now married. When we used to go out to fast food or somewhere, she used to request for like her meal to be made a certain way because she was a vegetarian. She always would ask the people, if, how they make their French fries, for instance. After a while, you learn that, that they don't really change it too frequently, that type of stuff. Not too frequently, but it can happen. So I learned to take precautions, like, from her in that manner. And also, I had witnessed a number of times how she basically gave me the tip on that, but I had witnessed a number of times where, let's say, one parent company buys over a brand, and then let's say it's continues to be the same, let's say the same title, same graphic art or something, but then it's, if you look into the details of like where it's manufactured, for instance, and sometimes they do change the recipe, to some items. Not necessarily this product. I haven't been using it long enough to say that, or I never witnessed it with any of these two products, but I've seen it with other products in the grocery store with beverages and things like that. Yogurts and probiotics, you have to be careful. Even if they're advertised explicitly as vegan, they make mistakes sometimes with the type of probiotic or live active cultures. If you look in the details, I one time came across one that happened to be vegetarian. I think I brought it to I think I told my sister about it at the time. Yeah. There's a new, I didn't buy it for myself. I didn't take that chance, but she's a vegetarian, so she was able to eat it. But I don't know if I bought it for her. I think she probably opted out and told me to get a different variety or something. It was just an option and then I saw it as being a new item on the shelf, being advertised as vegan, but when I looked at the list of the probiotics, it was vegetarian, probably. Yeah, it was dairy-derived probiotic, I believe. They may have made a typo. Sometimes they do that with things, but may have been vegan. They may have been vegan probiotics, but they may have just when they were building they probably clicked on the wrong thing or something. I've seen that. I've heard about something like that on TV shows that, people that do they work for like a factory or something, and in the manual they just point and click on things. It's like a template based thing sometimes. Okay, so. Alright, I have to turn this off and start a bit. Just let it sit in there. It's starting to get a little burnt towards the bottom. That's why I should have added the jackfruit a little bit later on. That's okay. Okay, 15 minutes is almost up.